Tan Jingjing is looking for her child. She believes that her son, Mu Chen, was sold to human traffickers. She is not receiving any help from the Chinese authorities. On the contrary, she thinks there's been a cover-up.
I've been looking for him for 3 years. Give him back.
Time and again, children in China disappear without a trace. The chances of finding them are slim. Tan Jingjing lives near Beijing with her younger son, Ye Chen. She divorced 3 years ago. Ye Chen was born after the divorce. His older brother, Mu Chen, stayed with his father. Tan Jingjing was later awarded custody. But when she went to pick him up, Mu Chen wasn't there.
My ex-husband threatened me. He said, if you report me, I'll kidnap the boy. Then you'll never see him again. Since then, my only purpose in life is to protect my younger son and find my older one. I'm terrified every day.
Tan Jingjing is convinced her ex-husband sold the child. Tens of thousands of children disappear in China every year. There are no official figures. She petitioned the court and filed charges with the police. She goes through her paperwork again and again. All her applications were rejected.
I'm especially afraid for him when winter comes. I think maybe he's out there somewhere. I imagine that he's living with people who treat him badly, that he suffers unbearably, and I'm helpless. There's nothing I can do for him.
Finally, she has a small glimmer of hope. An officer told her the address where the child should be now. Tan Jingjing is on her way.
Of course I'm excited. I'm very nervous. But I'm so glad there's progress. I know he's alive, and I can possibly find him. That gives me hope and makes me happy.
Tan Jingjing has a long journey ahead of her, and she has to be careful. The state is targeting troublesome people like her. Even if she can't prove it, she believes that corrupt officials are involved in the disappearance of her son. She stops halfway on her trip to leave Ye Chen with her sister in order to keep him safe. The journey continues by car. Identity papers are checked and recorded on buses and trains, and Tan Jingjing fears that she'll be intercepted by security authorities before she reaches her destination.
I made myself up to look older. I hope they won't recognize me.
She also got a new haircut to change her appearance. Finally, she reaches the village. She knows the address, but most of the house numbers are missing. She doesn't dare ask directions because she's afraid her son will be moved again.
This village is really big. I don't know where to start looking.
The village kindergarten. Tan Jingjing carefully questions a carer of the village children.
None of the kids here look like my son. Do you know where number 123 is? No? Well, then I'll keep going.
The next morning, she wants to try the local police. Maybe the authorities here are more helpful. Among all the children who disappear in China every year, those with the worst fate end up as slaves or being forced to beg. And that's what Tan Jingjing is most afraid of. Only a fraction of the children are discovered. The officers take time to listen to her case and promise to look for the child that very day.
I'm so happy. I feel like I'm finally getting justice. I'll soon see my son again. I'm so grateful.
Tan Jingjing left her village at 16 and has been working as a waitress ever since. But since the search for her son, she can hardly take on regular work. Her dream is to open her own restaurant, just as soon as she has her son back. The next day, the police call Tan Jingjing back in. She hopes that means she'll be able to see her son again.
I don't know how he'll react. He hasn't seen me in 3 years. He may not remember me. I'm a little scared. And I'm very nervous.
After a short while, she returns without her son. The officers only took blood for a genetic test.
They told me that I didn't follow the right procedures. I've tried everything, gone everywhere. Now they say it was all wrong. What's the right way to do this? I tried a lawyer without success. I'm at a loss. I'm just a country girl. All I know is that I want to find my child.
A few months later, the authorities finally confirmed that Tan Jingjing's son does live where she had been looking for him, but she isn't allowed to see him. He is now officially adopted.
I don't know if I can find him, just that my son lives in that village. I need to get back there and find him. It's the only thing I can do now.
Tan Jingjing now knows that Mu Chen lives with a family that had no sons. In the countryside, it's important for parents to have a son to look after them in their old age. The result is a thriving black market for trafficking in boys.
Ever since we left town, we've been followed. There's someone after us all the time. Does anyone know this child? You there. You know him. I can see it. You've seen him, haven't you?
How old is he?
5. Never seen him before.
Where is he supposed to be? Tan Jingjing doesn't get anywhere with her charm. She grows more desperate.
I've been trying to find him for 3 years. This is my child. He was sold to someone in your village. 3 years. I want my child back. What about the mayor? Mayor, come out. A child was sold to your village. It's been recorded here in the family register. He goes to kindergarten here. How could that be? Who paid for it? Where did this family get the money to bribe everyone? Damn you all! Criminals! No one will save you, you misfits, you crooks!
It is another setback in the fight for her child and against a corrupt system. But Tan Jingjing will not give up until she has her son back.